Everybody have a good dinner? Ready to go? Awesome. So I'm just take 1 second, have everybody just kind of close their eyes and let's kind of gather ourselves back in, kind of get back in that moment that we had earlier today. All right. So before I start, I'd like to say just one thing that I heard from a very great presenter by the name of Roberto Monaco. He likes to state before his presentations that he doesn't speak to inform, but he speaks to transform. So my hopes tonight is that I can give you something to transform your life or yourself in some small way, and that would be a huge win for me. Well, maybe. There we go. Now we're working, sort of. There it is. All right, so purpose. This is the definition of purpose from the dictionary, the reason for which something exists or is done, made, used, etc. Now, purpose for me is somewhat of a new concept. Before I came to life and before I came to Life Vision, I'd never really thought of purpose or what purpose really was for me. You see, I was a personal trainer before I was chosen to be a chiropractor for about 4 years. I did it full-time for the last 3 years of my undergraduate degree at The Ohio State University. And then after I finished that degree, I did it for another year before coming to Life University. And I really thought that that was the path that I was going down. You know, I really thought that that was what I was going to do with my life. Until about 8 to 9 months before I decided to apply for Life University. And at that time, I was really beginning to notice that there was just something missing. That I was feeling kind of empty. And it was becoming more aware to me because I was becoming more conscious of the fact that there was a void in here. There was a void in my soul, in my heart, that I wasn't doing everything that I was capable of doing. There was what most of us know is that something. That something inside of me telling me that there was more of myself that I could give to others. That there was this level of me that I hadn't quite tapped into yet. So, long story short, I made it to Life University, and the universe led me to Life Vision. And as I mentioned just a second ago, Life Vision was kind of where it all began for me, really, when it comes to purpose. Life Vision was my launching pad for me to really start to dig in and realize what purpose really was, because I had no concept that I should actually have a life purpose before coming here. And in doing so, lost my slide already. This thing's trickier to use than it looks. And in doing that and digging in and trying to find my purpose, I really started to dig into a lot of these gentlemen over here. And for most of you in the room, I would assume probably all of you, that truth is chiropractic. And it's more than just chiropractic itself. It's the philosophy, the science, and the art behind chiropractic that just resonates somewhere deep inside you, hits you to your core and is really that driving force behind your purpose, which brings me to a quote. If it doesn't come up, there we go, by Fred D. Domenico. When your soul hears a truth, it is automatically attracted to it. And for me, coming to Life Vision and really hearing what chiropractic was for the first time last January of 2014 was the first time that I had an experience like that. There was no thought that I needed to have to keep going, to keep pushing me. Because chiropractic is just becoming who I am. It's the life I want to lead. It's the life I want to live. and the life that I want to give my future children and the community that I'm going to go back and serve. Well, here we go. So it's the philosophy and the science for me that I see is how we are able to explain and tell people what chiropractic is. But it's the art. See, that's the good stuff right there. It's the art is where we're able to physically show people what chiropractic can actually do. And just thinking about it just kind of gives me chills with the art and just like what we're able to do with chiropractic. It made me think of this thought here. You know, with an adjustment, we become a conduit of life, a vessel for universal intelligence to flow above down so innate can heal inside out. And that to me is probably the coolest thing in the world that you can do for another human being. But the even better or even cooler part than that is that we get to do it with these right here. You know, which brings me to another thought. From Last Life Vision, if you guys were there, you saw Tim Young deliver a very, very powerful presentation. You see some nods, you know what I'm talking about. But the one little sentence from his presentation that stuck with me, and to this day now it just gives me chills every time I think about it, was when he was in his technique classes with Dr. Hugo Gibson, that every time that they would set up on somebody, and after he critiqued their setup and everything was perfect, he would walk up to them and say, "Feel it in your soul." I say right now, just chills, just thinking about it again. But think about that, feel it in your soul. The last thought in your head before you give that. Can you imagine the impact on humanity of that right there was the last thought in the 60,000 plus chiropractors that we have in the United States? You imagine what that would be like, the impact that we would have on humanity, the things that we would change? It's what gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps me going to class when I really don't want to go sit through another Bordini lecture. And in realizing that that is what drives me and that chiropractic is what is pushing me towards my purpose, I've landed on my purpose. And my purpose to be in service in all I do, facilitating life by elevating the consciousness of every man, woman, and child. That is my purpose that I have vowed myself to hold on to the rest of my life and do. Everything in life revolves around that. And the cool thing is it's starting to happen without me even thinking about it, which is amazing to me. So my hopes for you guys this weekend is that you can find something for your purpose to keep you driving. I'm almost down out of time. So in closing, I'm just going to share a little video with you guys. It's 12 seconds, just a little clip. One of my favorite speakers, Eric Thomas. If you guys don't know who he is, go to YouTube, type in Eric Thomas, Secrets to Success. Changed my life. He's a very powerful speaker. I just want you guys to really hear how he's saying it and how he's presenting it, not what he's actually saying. So if we could go ahead and play that really quick.
When I speak, this is about changing your life. Somebody's going to go make it right with their father. Somebody's going to get off alcohol. Somebody's going to leave substance alone. Somebody's family's about to go to the next level. Somebody's going to dream again. Somebody's going to do what they've never done before. I'm not an entertainer. I change lives.
Enjoyed you. The conference is great. You're always great and powerful. Appreciate you motivating us. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, E.T.
So as you can see, he has a lot of energy. So I'm going to ask you guys to stand up for me and finish this last 20 seconds with me. So in seeing that clip, I saw it through my chiropractic filter for one of the very first times. If I can get over to that last slide so you guys can see it. I want you to repeat after me. I'm going to go over time. I'm sorry about a couple seconds, Dr. LaMarche. I apologize. All right, so here we go. I want you to repeat after me. I do not just move bone.
I do not just move bone.
I do not chase symptoms.
I do not chase symptoms.
I am not another therapy.
I am not another therapy.
Through chiropractic, I facilitate.
Through chiropractic, I facilitate.
The elevation of the expression within. That animates all living things. Life. Thank you.